our minds can be at rest. Okay, so the definition I give here for peace is mind at complete rest. It's a calm and composed thing which happens only when you have complete confidence in God. Okay, now Jesus, let's see what Jesus told to his disciples before he said, he could say, in me ye might have peace. He says in John 14:27, peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. See, Jesus is very wise. He is a man. He was filled with wisdom. So each and everything he says, he doesn't have to repeat it again. Because in that one single sentence, there are so many truths which we ought to understand. So he says, my peace I leave with you. And he is very clear, not as the world giveth, give I unto you. So there is a difference between the peace we have and the peace he gives us. Okay? So what is the difference between our peace and his peace? That is the difference. Exactly. His peace is totally different from our peace. Our peace is very strong when the problem is not for us. When the problem is for someone else, we can go on and on giving advices on peace. Okay, especially Indian men and women are good at giving advices. Even if you're not asked for advice, we will be giving advices. But when it comes to our problems, when it comes to our situation, I do that. I lock myself. Why God? Why me? Why me always? So that is how we are. So our peace is not eternal. So Jesus made it very clear, it is not the peace of yours. I give my peace. So Jesus was always at peace. Was he troubled anytime? Was he worried? He was never worried because he had confidence in his Father. So he is giving that peace to us. So what is Jesus' peace? We'll just go into a little bit into the peace which God has for us. What is that peace? That rest. Okay. So initially, when God created man, he demonstrated peace to him. For the first 5 days, he created everything. Okay, whatever man needs, whatever he needs for this life to lead a blessed life, everything God created. He created light, he created day, night, he created sun, moon, the plants, animals, birds, everything. And on the sixth day, God created man. After he created everything, he created man. Okay, so let's go into a little bit of assumption now. When you closely look at Genesis first chapter, you will see this verse. So the evening and the morning, that is third day. The evening and the morning, that is fourth day. Like that. So our day usually begins in the midnight. Okay, we begin our day in the midnight and it ends in the midnight too. But God's timings are different from ours. His day always started in the evening. Okay, and it ends in the next evening. So till date, Jews have their day started in the evening and they finish next evening. Okay, so similarly, we can also see that God had spent time with Adam in the cool of the day. It was the beginning of the day they had relationship with the Father. Okay, so like that, when God finished His creation, the other creations on the fifth day, and when He started creating man on the sixth day, it must have been evening. Okay, so I believe that God wouldn't have created man during the dark of the day. It wouldn't have been the night. Okay, so he would have created man because we are the supreme of creations, aren't we? I've always felt I should have been a bird so that I can fly everywhere. But then I realized I'm a supreme creation. Why should I be a bird? Okay, so it's like that. So when God created man, He created him. He must have created him in the light hours. So and every other being it came into existence when He spoke. But when He created man, He he made it with his own hands. See, every single feature of yours is God made. He made your eyebrows, every detail. The eyeball, the pupil, the retina, everything, your nose, your fingers, the nails over it, and the nerves, the arteries, the veins, everything, every detail, he must have done it very cautiously, patiently, and he must have taken lots of time. And of course, our brains. Okay? We do have brains. So he created everything so patiently. So he would have taken a lot of time to do that. Hari he wouldn't have done it in a hari. He would have taken a lot of time to do all that. So I believe it would have been almost the end of the day before he finished making our physical image. Okay, he must have taken lots of time, and Adam was lying flat on the ground. Okay, and God was about to breathe life into him. Okay, and Adam would have came to life the moment God breathed life into him. He must have came to life just ready to enter into the day 7, the day of rest. Amen. When I came to know this truth, I was super excited because the moment God created man, the first thing God showed man was rest. First thing God showed man was peace. So he entered. He must have opened his eyes and entered rest. Amen. Okay. So when God completed, God did not rest because he was tired. Because he was tired of creating everything. He just spoke everything into existence. But God demonstrated rest to man. It was a result of completion. Rest was a result of completion, not a result of exhaustion. Okay? So, when God created man, he completed everything and he made him enter rest directly. God did not say, see, I have created a few things, now you have to create a few more things to enter into rest. He didn't do that. He made it all, he finished it all for him to enter into rest and to enjoy the finished work and to have relationship with the Father. That was the whole purpose why man was made. Same thing with the born again Christians. The moment we are saved, our spirit is dead. Our spirit is invalid before we are born again. Okay? The moment our spirit comes into life, we have to enter into that rest. Okay, that rest is there. Jesus finished it all on the cross. He's completed everything. There is no add-ons to his work. He's finished it all. Just we have to step into the rest and give thanks and receive every spiritual blessing. And that spiritual blessing is necessary for our lives in this world today, for a successful life in this world, for a victorious life. If we think we have to do something on our part to get that rest, it is never going to happen. You have to receive that rest which God has won for us, is done for us. Amen. Thank you.